Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, bringing you Chapter 13 of my Crysis 2 Super Soldier Difficulty video walkthrough. And then what's there? Check me out, I fucked up already. Awesome! No, this one's called Unsafe Herein. And as you can see, we're in a lovely looking apartment complex that's pretty derelict and looking, you know, sorry for itself. So when you cruise through here, you finally get control back and you can move at an ample speed, as opposed to walking with your gun against your chest like a mongoloid. And when you come out here, it's going to be straight. You're going to get thrown straight into a firefight between the Ceph and I think the Cell soldiers, and you've got to make your way to your next objective. So that's either going to mean stealthing it if you're going to follow my approach, or blowing dudes' faces off like I just did then. And I do apologise if my breathing or my voice sounds a bit strained or wheezy, but unfortunately I am ailed currently with illness and I have pretty shit lungs. So unfortunately for me, as much as I love to talk and as much as I gabble on about absolute nothing and utter bullshit, it may not be as, you know, relentless as it usually is, because I physically can't push the words out with my shit ass lungs, so bear with me. But this is interesting, this section of the game, because we've kind of moved away from the daytime stuff and we've moved into night, and these next few levels are all going to be set during the night. And because we're getting so close to the Grand Central Station, which is kind of a last bastion for the evacuation teams of New York, it's where all the people that are now effectively refugees in their own planet because of this alien infestation, and they're trying to get on trains and get out of New York, basically. And we've basically, well, I said basically like 4 fucking times there, I don't know what's wrong with me. What your role is in this is pretty much defending the station, and you're going to be doing that in a handful of different ways, and this is by far the more simple one, but it does involve a little bit of traversal. So straight away what I would do, as you can see, is I've dropped down here, I've activated my cloak, and I'm making my way across. And if you jump over that balcony, you shouldn't be in any trouble, because there's not really much Ceph on this corner as you come around here. And that's why I was able to decloak, and I had absolutely no problems, and I can regenerate and I can carry on. And when you go under this bridge, you're going to get a checkpoint like you've just seen then. And what's going to be coming up is we've got to go into an office building that's next to a car park and activate, I think it's the door or something like that, and once you press the switch you get to go into a car park, and there's 3 bombs you've got to activate. And what happens in the car park is, on your way out, the power goes out and you can't see a damn thing really unless you use your nanovision. But in all honesty, I would say fuck the nanovision, because it drains your energy bar. And if you're going to be stealthing your way out of there and avoiding all the conflict you can, like I'm going to show you, you don't need the nanovision. And a nice cheeky tactic on that regard is to just change the brightness on your television. Because at the start of these games, they always say there's those 3 bars, isn't there? Everybody's had this situation where you've got your new game, you've unwrapped it, you've banged it in your console, and it comes on, and it's like, adjust the brightness. And you look at it and it's like, there's 3 compartments, and it says this should be completely, you shouldn't be able to see anything in this one. The middle one, there should be some symbol that probably correlates with something in the game, and then the right one is generally a grey background with the symbol clear as day, so you know what you're looking for. And it says adjust the brightness accordingly, so that you can't see out in the first one, you see a little bit in the second one, and you see plenty in the third one. And you can crank that brightness almost to the fucking max, and you'll still see fuck all in that black one. Every time. It's like, I don't even think they put a shape in there. I don't think they want you to spend 20 minutes pissing about just so you can see it. Kind of like those eye puzzles that you look at in newspapers, where you have to relax your eyes so that you can see the 3D image. It's just ridiculous. But it's always dark. Games are always got this fetish for darkness. And it preceded Doom 3, because a lot of people blame Doom 3. And don't get me wrong, it is pretty funny using Doom 3 to quote anything that's pretty much dark. I was once watching one of the live, I don't know what they call them, like live casts by the Giant Bomb crew on giantbomb.com, and every so often, because it's live and it's streamed through Justin TV, it eventually drops the signal to your computer, so you have to refresh the page. And the chat below the video is still active when this is happening, so people are telling you on updates, you know, if the feed's gone down and so on and so forth. And this one time I was watching, it went down and there was like a black screen, and some guy in comments is like, oh, it's Doom 3, and for some reason it fucking tickled the dick off of me. I was laughing like an idiot, and it's just, you know, Doom 3 is a pretty fun game to scapegoat for darkness. And right now, Jesus Christ, I should have died then. try not to get yourself in that situation when you're coming out of here. And the problem that happened is he's on a preset route to run all the way down to the 3rd floor of this car park, and because I was stealth, I was too close to him, and he saw through my disguise, and that's why he lit me up. But if you click on your trigger finger, you shouldn't have any problems with those situations, and hopefully you'll not die. Because if you do, the checkpoint is all the way back at that bridge we went under before we came anywhere near the car park. So just be aware of that. But as you can see, there's a checkpoint just then, so you're now free to make as many mistakes as you want, because you have to make it all the way back to the station that you came from. It's kind of a, not so much a fetch quest, but it's the same, you know, principle. And you have to deviate a little bit on this first section. Do you notice how the waypoint's pointing over to that tower building over there? Can't quite see its name. Is it Nakan Wa or something crazy? Well, inside there's a team of Marines that were supposed to set the detonators for those explosives we've just primed, and unfortunately the Ceph have overcome them, and we have to go up there now and set the detonator to go off. And watch this for a fuck up. I jump up here thinking I can... There you go. Don't do that. I walked too far then, and I went completely past the window, and at this moment in time I'm thinking, I'm sure there's another entrance into this building, but I'm just walking around like a moron. So the best thing to do is, as you see that inclined piece of sheet metal that's been broken down, do you see straight in front of me? How simple is that? Just climb up here. The only problem you're going to face, if you do, if any, is that guy to my side. But if you climb up this, go up here, you'll completely avoid him. And now you can make your way across this atrium, this lobby area, or whatever it is. It looks like a waiting area for the lifts. And admire the really nice lighting. But as you come over here, you go to pick up the detonator, and it's going to go into cutscene land and show you a really nice flamboyant falling scene again. And you can't control it whatsoever, so just sit back and semi-enjoy the ride, because this game, it takes the control away from you far too much. And considering it never pulls back from first person, I would think that they're doing it intentionally so that it's immersive. But if you can't control, if you could move now, if like you could pull back on analog and it'd slowly crawl backwards, how cool would that be? An interactive cutscene where you don't have full control to completely fuck what the game developers want you to see, but you still feel like you're there. Or if you move the analog, he put his hand up in front of his face. How cool would that be? But I don't know. Yeah, creativity, where has it gone? Answers on a postcard. But now you've done that, you can go all the way back to where the start of the level is, and that's Unsafe Haven pretty much conquered. Just be careful as you make your way across this highway, because there's going to be a bunch of Ceph that are holed up in cover. As you can see, they're looking at me now, they're shooting, but they're dumb as fuck, so just treat them as you would anything else and stealth past them. If you want to kill them, you can turn around and kill them, you don't have to. It's definitely not mandatory, and there you go, there's more dudes filling in. I think this guy might be mandatory. No, he isn't, sorry. What it is he's just spawned in front of where you need to go to end the level. So there are two choices of what you can do now. You can either drop down there where the heavy is with cloak and just go through the gate and it'll probably carry on the level, or you can do what I do, and that's sticking with C4 like the bitch he is, when I've figured out how to jump on this 2-foot ledge. So there he is. You see him in the crater? There's one. There's two. That's a dead fat guy. There you go. Don't stand a chance, does he? And killing him just updated the objective, so you might have to kill that dude, so stealthing may not work. Don't, take my word on it though, I've never done it. But once again guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. You take care now.